guys, this is a quick energy update with the message of the new moon that was yesterday. And we had new moon in Gemini, and we just entered into a Cancer season. And on June 21st, we are going into summer solstice. So the energy of the sun is shifting, intensifying. And regarding that, I wanted to give you an update since I received some messages that I was guided to share with you at this time. So actually, just before, I was editing a video that I recorded on the June 16th. And what I did was, it was a psychic tarot reading or oracle card reading, which I was guided to do or incorporate with, what I provide to people. And when I was editing, it came to me with certain messages, and immediately came with, okay, I need to record a video on energy update, and share with people who may find my video, resonate with it, and who need this message at this time. So since yesterday, what I felt on an energetic level was a big shift in energy. So before, there had been a lot of heart chakra related energy, which I think I mentioned in some other videos. I don't know if I uploaded it or not. I can't remember at this time, but there was a lot of heart chakra energy, which meant a lot of releasing, a lot of grieving, because a lot of people are going through a huge transformational time right now. What I mean by that is that level of transformation, how it looks like, how it feels, is all different for individuals. So you don't want to, once again, compare, which I make a lot of videos on, because it has to do a lot with ascension and people releasing their own karma. So what I got was, we felt a lot of deep sadness, a lot of inner child wounds came up to the surface, where it's related to love, where you don't feel loved, didn't feel loved, you're not feeling loved. And so it had been requiring us to really forgive ourselves, so that we could forgive situations, forgive the past, forgive people, and so we could move on. That's the only way we clear karma in this lifetime on earth, because energy never dies, it just transforms, because we are energy and we are eternal, because our true essence is spirit, the soul. So that is how it all works. So when you have unfinished business, or hold resentment, or feeling of being served with injustice, right, then that means that energy is not going anywhere, even though you leave this life, meaning you leave this body at one point, right? You're gonna have to come back and redo that energy, meaning that experience, in order for you to transform it. So basically, we are just given, sorry, my plant friend wanting to join, or it wants to send you this energy, because right now we are in need of a lot of green energy, meaning it's related to heart chakra. The color soft pink, green, emerald, these are all heart chakra energies, and it will really support you at this time. So on a side note, what you can do is, if you're meditating, you can visualize yourself being showered with emerald green light, or wear some green colored crystals and green colored clothes. But of course, you have to be pulled to it intuitively. That's what you need. If you are pulled to look for certain other colors, that's what you need at this time. But in general, because this is a general message and general reading, that's what we are healing with. So regarding this energy update, so there was a big shift last night. The energy has shifted from, that opening that heart chakra, and releasing a lot of inner wounds attached to, love, And we just enter the Cancer season. The summer is coming, and that means a lot of solar energy. That means a lot of solar plexus energy. And we could connect the now, this releasing of the heart chakra energy to our solar plexus, where we could feel more confident. That's, how the sun energy supports us. When you're outside, it makes you feel a little bit lifted up, like uplifting energy, right? It makes you feel energized. It makes you lighten up a little bit, right? A little bit of playfulness. Sun is related to the Leo energy. So if you're a Leo, you may have a lot of these energies within you. But if your heart chakra is blocked, you may feel a lot of depression right now because you need to release whatever that you've been holding on to. So whatever comes to you is whatever that you need in every moment, because at large you will be amazed once you awaken to the true essence of who you are, that is a spirit. That when you start to connect with your true essence, meaning we call being spiritual, that's what we mean by that. But in this day and age, the idea of spiritualism or the spirituality, being spiritual, has certain conditional concepts that we've been programmed with. But basically what it means is you're going back to your true nature, finding your true self. So when we are in touch with that, what's going to happen is we're going to be much more aware of what we are feeling energetically, meaning your emotions. And so we've been releasing or working on our heart chakra the past month, and now the energy shifted since yesterday. All of a sudden, you are laughing again, you are making some jokes, you feel like you want to dance, you want to listen to some fun music, right? You want to feel like you have more energies. So that has been shifted suddenly. You're feeling more joy, or you have more access to that energy of joy, the sun energy. And it can help you a lot with finding your own inspiration. And because we just had Pluto station retrograde from Pluto in Aquarius to Pluto in Capricorn. And if you don't understand this terminology, it's perfectly okay. Always tune into what resonates. And if the message resonates with you, even though you may not understand it right now, it is meant for you likely. So what that means is basically from 2024, we are going to fully move into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of energy, spiritual, I would say more spirituality, because it's all about the age of frequency and freedom to be yourself, the sovereignty. And right now, a lot of the old systems, old ways of being, doing, and living things are collapsing. And when we are doing all the collapsing, it's usually likely to bring a lot of the shadow that had been hidden. And so we are going through a lot of chaos, a lot of drama right now. But that is just all part of the process, transitional process, in all kinds of industries and systems and politics and everywhere. And so that's what is happening right now. But we just had that little experience where we were starting to ask the question, who am I really? So that's why I made some videos about being authentic and being true to yourself because of these energies. And right now, we are moving into the summer energy. And that means you're going to be a lot more energized. But because we just entered Pluto in Capricorn retrograde, where Capricorn represents more of the traditional energy, it's the earth energy, whereas Aquarius is more, Aquarius is, air energy, so it's all about the mentalism and intellectualism. But Capricorn is more of the earth, being grounded. And we are moving from that energy to the air energy. which is much higher frequency. That's why we call ascension, which means that we are just raising our vibration and frequency to be in fifth dimensional state of reality from the third dimensional state of reality, which is much faster vibrational frequency. And so that simply means that you're going to have more light than your shadow in the future. And all the systems in society will be shifting to that energy to be aligned with that. And more, technology, advanced technology, more AI, and all of these things are going to take place at a very accelerated pace. And so Capricorn represents tradition. And so what we are called to do until 2024, I forget the exact date when it enters Pluto in Aquarius, but it's going to happen in 2024 sometime. And during this time, the reason why we are going into that Pluto in Capricorn retrograde, and retrograde simply means things are going to slow down. And Pluto represents transformation. And the reason why it slows down is because what happens when things slow down? We are like pulled to reflect, pulled to review, sit still, sit back, right? So that's the purpose behind it. And the reason being that in Capricorn at this time is so that we can look into the earthly matters and really reflect and review on the traditions that we used to live on, and how can we revolutionize it and innovate it, entering into the age of Aquarius that's all about revolution, innovation, originality. And so right now you're going to integrate all these experiences that you had since we had Pluto in Pisces earlier this year. And we are going to, how can I say, withdraw the lessons that you learned from the experiences that you had the past few months, because it helped you grow. You went through some triggers, you went through some hardships, you went through some challenges. And we had the heart chakra release energy that was pretty intense. So we had to deal with and face our own inner child wounds regarding conditional love, right? And we are now asked to forgive situations, forgive systems, forgive people, whatever that you felt were giving you injustice in this lifetime. But usually it's not just from this lifetime, it's related to other lifetimes as well. And so what I got was regarding to my the oracle reading that I recorded on the 16th, as I was, editing and listening to the whole video. There were two groups that you could choose from, pile number 1 and pile number 2. But another option that you could choose is to just listen to the whole thing from pile 1 to pile 2. That is the order. First pile 1 and then pile 2. Because the pile 1 holds certain energies that you may be going through right now, but pile 2 is showing you that in the future, after you do the work in pile 1, that's what's going to happen in pile 2, and which is related to the summer season, basically the Cancer Leo season, and a little bit of Virgo energy in autumn as well. So I wanted to give you that update so that if you're pulled to it, you could go watch it. I'm gonna post the full video on YouTube. So this is going to be the quick energy update. So basically what you can do is you can start to journal, you can start to sing, you can start to dance, whatever that's moving and releasing, because everything is interconnected. And when we do express our soul expression, what happens is you release the repressed energies that you've been withholding and which I mentioned in my reading. A lot of movements will help you. Exercise, walk, being in nature. These things are going to really help you. And if you move your hip, it's related to your root chakra. So if you are dealing with a lot of karmic energy or the blueprints, karmic prints, imprints from relating to insecurities, if you have birthday number 27, 18, these are specifically holding a lot of insecurities, energies, Capricorn energy, Cancer energy, meaning South Node, North Node. It could have North Node in Capricorn, South Node in Capricorn. It doesn't matter. So that is what is coming up. If you have that in your chart, especially, this message could be for you specifically. Or if you are a Leo, Cancer, I think actually what I'm getting, it has more to do with South Node, North Node than any other placements like Sun, Moon, Rising. It doesn't really matter. You could be in different signs, but if you especially have North Node, South Node either in Capricorn, Cancer, what is coming up is Venus in these placements, Mars in these placements. Could be affecting you more so than other signs, but you don't have to be in this sign. And this message is timeless. So whenever you come across this video and find this video and this energy update message is when you need to hear this or meant to hear this, because everything works in divine timing, even though this is an energy update for June new moon, and the Cancer season energy that we just felt, or that just I felt, that we just shifted yesterday, a huge shift. And okay, psychically what I'm getting is I learned that today is Father's Day in a lot of different countries. I am originally from Korea, I'm Korean, and so we don't have Father's Day, Mother's Day, we just have Parents' Day, and that's May 8th. But what I learned today was that today is Father's Day in many other countries. And just before I was going to shut this video off, the message came, if you have any father-related healing issues or wounds, if you had a lot of trouble in relationship to your father, or you have a lot of, it's because you have a lot of masculine energy to heal. Perhaps you didn't feel very much loved by your father, or you felt a little bit distant, or you didn't have a father figure, or you had an absence of father figure even though you had a father. He wasn't serving as your role model in a way. What I'm getting is you have to do your own reparenting. And in Cancer Leo season, it's going to help you, because it's all about that nurturing energy that is available. The Leo energy, that means you want to transform yourself into a father in yourself, nurture that father in yourself, because a lot of the times what happens is our parent figures that we chose to reincarnate into this family dynamics hold a lot of toxicity and unhealthy relationship dynamics, and you choose certain relationships so that you go through certain shadow aspects as a challenge. And so you could transform that energy because you already have all the knowledge, wisdom within on a soul level. But when we come in here, we forget everything. So our purpose is to remember as we go through this journey. So that's where your strength comes from, strength within. That's what we mean by that. So once you step into your strength, you're going to start to remember, and you're not going to fall back into that toxicity, and you're here to serve as a generational curse breaker or the karmic cycle breaker, because once you step out of the cycle or that pattern, you heal the entire generational karma. And this message is especially for those of you who are going to resonate with the words starseed, light worker, earth angel, bringer of the light. I'm specifically guided to share and mention and communicate these 4 words right now, because it's going to activate something if you are a starseed, if you are a light worker, because that means you are a healer. You had many times, lifetimes, being as a healer, a shaman, a magician, so you already know all these things, spiritual knowledge and wisdom. But in this lifetime, you perhaps chose to experience more earthly things like me, and you chose different experiences in order for you to strengthen your soul evolution. Because when we always stay in love and in harmony, everything is good, then it's like today I was guided to listen to this message, and it had to do with drinking your own poison on purpose, especially if you're a starseed, light worker, a healer in this lifetime. What's going to happen is you chose that. You chose to drink the poison, toxicity, people not supporting you, and being in a family where you felt different, ostracized, gaslighted, all on a purpose so that your soul remembers to heal and transform. And that's how we strengthen and evolve our soul. So on a soul level, that's what you chose. But it's hard to forgive ourselves for the situations, the events that took place, or the past, or the people that we are close to, or they come in as family members, close friends, colleagues, whatever the experiences are. These are all soul contracts, meaning you already signed a contract before you came onto this life. It's like in a movie, you know, it's not just a movie, it's a reality, but people make these movies because they're channeling as well. So all these memories of, or the movies showing that we had soul contracts, we meet certain people. That's why where the word soulmate comes from. It's not just men and women or that relationship of romance, but it's part of the bigger soul group that we come into in this lifetime, and everything is a contract. So you will understand this, because as I was awakening myself, I started to remember a lot of my past memories in divine timing, little by little. I never really asked and demanded or was searching for, but it came because of my spirit team and, of my soul contract. It was time. And every time it happens, it's amazing, because all these people that I talk to, or online, or just, you watching my videos, I watch someone else's videos, we are all connected from our past life, not just from this lifetime on Earth, but in other lifetimes, in other planets, galaxies, star systems, which you are a starseed. So if you're watching this and resonating, you're likely to be a starseed. And you don't have to identify yourself, or you don't have to feel like you know what it is. But if you're questioning it, if you're drawn to questioning, what is starseed? Am I a starseed? Usually that's how it starts, and it's likely that you are one. And so that was what I was particularly guided to share at the end. So I hope this message helps you. And once again, before I end the video, I'm surrounded by nature, plants. So I'm going to send you these energies. Because everything holds energies, even through the screen, internet, all this, it's a entirely real new realm. So that's why we want to be selective with what we consume as content. Always here, receive the energy, receive that heart chakra healing, and then get out in the sun. It's going to be a lot more playful, joyful, but you don't want to stop doing the inner work, that is reflecting, journaling, because you need to release it in one way or another, in one form or another. If you hold on to it, you need to talk it out, you need to share it out. And that's why we are having this new moon in Gemini is all about the air energy, the mentalism, the speaking, the thinking, the analytical. And so that's what we are doing right now. We're releasing a lot of the energy. And then we have the Cancer season where we are able to nurture ourselves. And I just felt the Leo energy that's coming in as a big shift, the solar shift. And so you're going to be provided it with much more optimism, more energy, all of that, to sum it up. So if this resonates, you can go check out my video, a psychic oracle reading, and I will also post that reading part separately into another video on YouTube, so you can just go directly to that to watch. Okay, so and before we go, I have a Patreon. So I just created the Patreon to start building the community. So if you resonate with my content, if you appreciate, if you wish to reciprocate, support me at this time in order for our energy exchange to stay equal, because I provide, and when you receive back, when you give back in return, I also send that energy of appreciation, which is going to be more abundant exchange between us two or anyone who's watching, and then it stays karma free basically because we have to pay for certain things if we receive something. And in Korean we have the saying, if you like free stuff too much, you're gonna go bold. It just came to me, which is funny because that has to do with like charity work, you know. The more we hold on to the material things, the more lack we feel that we are. So it's not because I'm sharing this message so that you get onto my Patreon, but I was guided to introduce my Patreon more so that right audience could join it for higher knowledge, information, guidance at this time. So that's all for today, and I hope to see you in my next video, guys. Bye.